Hi Vivek. Actually, Ananya is having a little audio issue, internet issue. Can we wait for 4 minutes at least?
There's just 2 minutes, and I've already gone live on YouTube.
Thank you.
So
Okay, okay.
YouTube
I,
will go live in another 1 minute and 42 seconds. It's already
yeah,
there on
yeah, yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, okay. We are
Okay.
resolving. Just give me.
Ananya, also please make sure one of your team members join the YouTube session because they will need to answer any questions, if any, from the
Yes,
attendees on
yes.
YouTube.
One of our
Yeah,
teammates is on YouTube Live.
great.
Yeah.
So we have Meghna Madam also who has joined us. I'm just promoting Meghna Madam and Maria Madam as panelists, and Saish Gandhi sir also as panelists. Good afternoon, Saish sir. Good afternoon, Maria ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mhm.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I'm just promoting Meghna Madam also as
Thank you, Maria.
panelist.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, Ananya. Hello.
Hi. Good to see you, sir. It was wonderful
Yeah,
meeting you and good to see you again. Hello, Maria ma'am. Hello, Jessie ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Maria ma'am, good to see you, ma'am. I was so excited to look at everybody. Vivek has shared some amazing stories of everyone. And the last time I visited Goa, in around March, Saish sir had also talked about so much about the teachers and the work that is being done. So I think this session is going to bring out a lot of interesting stories from ground for all of us. We will also, since this session is also being live streamed to YouTube channel, we'll quickly wait for people to also join that, and then we'll start with our main session. In the meantime, Vivek, would you want to share the screen and we can have the short quiz? So our teachers, our parents, and the students who are joining via YouTube Live, they can constantly comment on what, about Parak, what's their understanding, and that'll be also a fun way for us to talk to them.
Ananya, I'm just having a small technical issue. I'm just helping the SCRT madam join the session. If you can just take over that, I'll let you know once I'm done. Yeah, thanks.
How has it been, Saish sir?
Yeah, it has been very easy today. In fact, I'm in a training session. Teacher training is happening.
That's amazing, sir. Something or the
Yeah.
other is always, going on, which is
Maria
building
ma'am
and
is there.
developing.
Maria ma'am and Jessie ma'am are our stalwarts. They have done so much for Parak. In fact, everything VSK does, Maria ma'am and Jessie ma'am are always there.
Good evening, Meghna
That's
madam. Can you hear us?
Madam's mic is still on mute.
Yes. I'm just going to ask to unmute.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can
ma'am,
hear you
we
now.
can hear you now. Thank you
Yes.
so much. So everyone, I'll just let you all know, since it's already 2 minutes past 4, we are already live on YouTube. That has already gone live. So we're already live on YouTube. All right. Great. So we'll start the session today then, for today? Anya?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
so
do that, Vivek.
great. So good evening, everyone. All right. Thank you here so much for being with us for the launch of the weekly practice quiz, the podcast today. My name is Vivek, and I'm thrilled to be your co-host for the day. All right, I'll be joined by an inspiring group of individuals that we have with us, whose work truly reflects the energy and the efforts of Goa's classrooms. This panel embodies the dedication, creativity, impact that make our education community so special. And of course, we can learn everything from all of them. To start off, I would like to introduce all our panelists over here. It's my pleasure to welcome our guest of honor, GSCRT Director Meghna Shetgaonkar, Mrs. Meghna Shetgaonkar. Her continued support and vision have played a key role in shaping foundational learning initiatives across the entire state, and we're honored to have us with us here today. Also, on our discussion panelists, we are joined today by two passionate educators whose work speaks for themselves. We have Ms. Maria Miranda and Mrs. Julie Pereira as well with us. Mrs. Maria Miranda, as you all know, is the headmistress of GHS Morpilla, and we have Julie Pereira, who is the headmistress of Namoshigiri. So also with us today is Mr. Saish Gandhi, who is the VSK Nodal Officer at Vidya Samiksha Kendra Goa, who has been instrumental in enabling data learning or data-driven governance throughout the state, and also increased teacher engagement on platforms such as Parak, Smart Attendance, etc. Also, alongside Saish Gandhi, sir, we have Ananya Sharma as well, who's joining us from the Swift Chat team and who will be our host for today. Over to you, Saish, sir.
Good evening, an amazing panel. It's a first attempt by VSK and Convenience to bring forth the stories that are hidden in the state of Goa for doing some wonderful work. So VSK has been pushing a lot of data-based decision making as per the mandate of Government of India. And as part of that, we have this chatbot called as Parak, in which the students are able to self-practice the content of their particular grades as per their grades, and the questions are released on weekly basis. And this is running smoothly for the past couple of years. And we thought, why not showcase few teachers who have been doing amazing work in this field, and none other than the best teachers, Maria teachers. These teachers are award-winning teachers, and they are also doing an amazing work with Parak as well. So good evening to all of you. And of course, our director, madam, who is leading the whole change at HCRT and directing Goa towards becoming one of the best in the country, because we are already leading country in implementation of anything. So welcome to all of you, the panelists. So the idea was that to bring and shine a light on these real champions of Goa, that is teachers, and maybe in the future we'll have some more students as well who are trying to use this tool as to serve themselves to make their learning better. So the weekly practice quiz has grown not just as an assessment tool, but also something which students can practice and build some good habit about regular practice, reinforce classroom learning, and also promote student confidence, because the moment they start answering questions, they gain further confidence about the knowledge of their particular domain or subject. So this podcast will bring forth such stories and what is making them such a successful in their particular school. So it will also, so we intend to make this as a monthly thing. Let's see if we can do it as frequently as possible, so that we can meet educators, students, and see how they're leading by example. Now, further saying, this is not about just the data part, wherein we say so many students and so many teachers are doing. It is also about the voices that the teachers have, how they're able to create this impact in their own school, so that the other schools which have not been able to create so much impact, or which are facing challenges, the challenges could be multifold. If they could learn from these teachers who are leaders in their particular domain, how they could take the best practices from there and implement it in their school. It's also about celebrating and sharing, right? What other than listening to our own teachers talking about their own stories, and also giving glimpses about how their school has become one of the best schools in Goa in such a short time, and also about a collective effort wherein the parents also, teachers also, and students also try to make this a successful thing wherein they can improve their learning. So this is the effort behind this podcast, and we hope that this first in the series can start a trail which can further enhance the process. Yeah, over to you, Vivek.
Thank you so much, Sai sir, for those kind words. And now we'll have Mrs. Meghna Shetgaonkar addressing all of you. Ananya, over to you, and over to you as well, madam.
Sure. Thank you, Vivek. I think I would want to start with welcoming everyone. And I'm already motivated by what Saish sir said about Goa and the efforts that are being put there. So that has already made my energy, I'm already on a higher energy right now. So excited to talk to everybody. And good evening, Meghna ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, I would like to start with congratulating, Goa to emerge as one of the top 10 performing states in the Parak Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024. Ma'am, it's especially the performance of Goa, in grades 6 and 9 has been really good. So, ma'am, what do you think was the vision, that led to such results that are now, reflecting? What were the efforts that it took to get Goa today in the top 10?
Absolutely. Thank you, Ananya. We are very happy to see that Goa is figuring in top 10. And actually, this is collaborative efforts of everyone, I should say, right from student, teachers, their heads, then the assessment cell, VSK, all put together, entire GSCRT and the education department itself. So I like to congratulate all of them. And I think Parak chatbot and Parak has also contributed through VSK to to a extent that maybe for last 3 years we are putting so much energy in improving the learning outcomes of the student. And we have seen the NAS result of 2021. We were actually nowhere. And from there, we have achieved this place of top 10, which is actually remarkable. And the uh, the entire contribution of all these people have shown this result. Now, coming to these efforts that were specially put for this, there were practice questions given to schools, to students regularly via VSK chatbot, and again some in physical mode. Again, then we try to encourage our teachers to give them regular practice questions based on the similar pattern that NAS follows, and we achieved this result in the Parak Rashtriya Sarvekshan. Now, at some places, we have seen that we have performed better than the national score also, and as well as the NES 2021. So, it is a remarkable achievement for state of Goa. And as I have said, it's a result of the collaborative effort. But to make a mention about the digital initiative of VSK through Parak chatbot, it has helped in having the continuous kind of teaching learning happening for the students regularly without intervention of teacher, which has played a major role, I believe, in this entire process. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think it's wonderful to see that, where we are coming from and also the heights that Goa is achieving. And I've always seen, Goa to be at the forefront of taking bold decisions. And, and especially now that tech, AI, data are the terms of the day to day. And I can already see Goa using them, implementing them, and getting the results themselves. And ma'am, as you rightly mentioned, that this has been a collaborative effort. A lot of teachers, a lot of students, a lot of administrators have all come together to execute it. Ma'am, so what would, this incredible energy that we see across Goa, and what would be your words for those teachers who have worked with the students when it comes to implementing the Parak weekly practice chatbot on ground?
See, teachers, as we all know, plays a very crucial role in the life of student. Whenever even a technology, if a student is using some technology, teacher has to take the technology to the doorstep kind of the student. So we have seen some teachers who have used it by themselves first to understand how it will benefit students, and then they have taken it to the students. They have realized that, see, Parak chatbot is a total package, we can call. It starts from some practice questions, then instant feedback, then some what you call it, assessment and learning videos also. So you have the complete package in terms of Parak chatbot. And teachers have realized that, and I would like to congratulate those teachers who have put their efforts in, taking this to the student. We have many such teachers to our panelists for today. And I would request other teachers also to join this group, and we should see this number increasing. And I think teachers have by themselves realized that how helpful this Parak chatbot and weekly practice questions are. More particularly, they are aligned to their academic calendar. The questions which are set weekly are aligned to the academic calendar, which otherwise also school follows in the classroom. The teachers follows in the classroom. So it is becoming an additional tool for teachers and for students as well to get aligned with their academic calendar, day-to-day practices of the teaching learning that is happening in the school. Yes.
Amazing, ma'am. I think your words are definitely be a game changer and motivational for everybody on the ground listening right now, and all those who have joined on the YouTube live. Ma'am, Parak chatbot, when it comes to it, is a digital solution, and especially in today's when we are talking about tech, how do you see it playing a role as an equitable and as an equitable solution for everybody, especially students who are in the remotest corner of Goa itself. So, where do you see that, Parak fits into role over there?
See, we are trying to reach out to each and every student, right? And in terms of accessibility and inclusiveness and equitability, Parak is playing a very crucial role. Why? Because it is providing a personalized solution for each student. They know where they stand, where they are able to whether they are able to answer those things, where they need some intervention, where they need a supportive hand, helping hand, and then a personalized solution for that. So this itself becomes an personalized kind of solution for each student, and as per their skill, definitely. And then it helps teachers also to understand where the school or where the class is standing. So in terms of inclusiveness and accessibility and equitability, it has gone wherever the schools, teachers and students have used it, they will definitely vouch for it. It has taken a big leap, I can say, in terms of equitability. Everyone is getting benefited by it, and those who have used it will speak by themselves.
Yeah, I think perfectly spoken, ma'am. The fact that it's just simply accessible on a mobile phone. Something,
Correct.
the SR report also mentions that, the accessibility to mobile phones has really increased. So I think that really solves for it. Ma'am, what would be your tips for the teachers or your words, motivational words for teachers who will be adopting? As we know, Parak, the new practice goes live tomorrow. What would be the few words that you would want to share with teachers who will be adopting it from this year?
First thing, talk to teachers who have already adopted it. They will speak for Parak chatbot and VSK. Again, I feel that we are now at a stage where we need to inculcate this practice as a habit amongst the student. And nothing better than a weekly practice pattern which can be given to students and they can make good use of it. So I would promote and encourage and request all the teachers all over to first understand what it is. First understand by yourself what it is, how it works, and whether it is really helpful for your student. Understand that first, and in case you feel that yes, it is helpful, and it is definitely is, you can encourage your students to use it, build up that habit. And that there is a fear when it is a question which is coming to students, and that fear should go, it should become a habit. And nothing better than VSK's uh, Parak chatbot can help to build up this practice and habit amongst the students. So yes, teachers, please come forward and join this team of Parak chatbot users, so that we are able to reach out to each and every student of Goa, and everyone gets benefited by it and no one is left behind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure that your words reaching to all of us, our educators and our teachers on the ground through the YouTube live, will definitely be motivating. And I think they'll be soon looking at, okay, are you using it? They'll be asking their colleagues and friends, why don't you help me out with it? Let's all come together. So I think I can already visualize communities and groups being formed on this. Let's all just
That will
come
be done.
together.
Yes, yes,
you know
yes.
I think coming from a leader now, I can see multiple leaders also rising to take ownership and come forward when it comes to Parak chatbot, definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time today. It was really valuable, and I can definitely, I honestly believe that when leaders like you, Saish sir, Maria ma'am, Jessie ma'am, they come together and they share about their experiences, the effect on ground for the parents and the teachers is just something we can't imagine. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your time.
Yes. Thank you very much and best wishes for this session.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, I think Meghna ma'am's words have really inspired all of us today, and I would really want to show my gratitude to ma'am for joining us today, for sharing her thoughts, her words, her experience, and value of what Parak chatbot is, and especially her insights as to how it can help, to our teachers and everybody. So, moving forward, I think we'll move to our panelists now, Jessie ma'am and Maria ma'am. I think so. I want to start with, when I was a student and I had to go to my principal's office, I remember my hands used to be all sweaty and I used to be like, okay, what is going to happen? But whenever I had any problem, that was the office I always went to. And I still remember my headmistress of my school. She was very sweet. She used to give us toffees. So I think today, when it's a life come back in a circle, when I get to sit with you and have a discussion on a digital solution meant for our students across Bharat. So, welcome, Maria ma'am. Welcome, Jessie ma'am, to our podcast today. Ma'am, first of all, so my, first thing I wanted to start with was just a general idea, whenever any new solution gets introduced on ground, we have a lot of response that comes from the teachers around how the students are responding to it. What is, their experience of it. So, what was the initial response that, ma'am, teachers came to you with it? So, we can start with Maria ma'am. Ma'am, you are on mute, I think. Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me now, no? Yeah. Good
Perfect.
evening,
Perfect. Yeah.
Anya madam, Meghna madam, and VSK team. First time when Parak was out, the first time my students used Parak chatbot, they were full of curiosity and excitement. They were eager to explore something new. Mind you, my school is situated in the most remote village where internet is a problem, where some children don't have mobiles because of this. But we support them by giving them our laptop or our computers. Our computer lab is always kept open. They can come and use it anytime. They were very eager to explore something new and interesting, while a few students were initially confused about how to interact with it, means how to use it. They quickly adapted and started using it confidently and enjoyed it. And the other students started helping each other. And my teachers constantly kept a track to see that we always scored 100%, that all my students answered Parak exams and all, tests and all.
That's amazing, ma'am. I think the push that was, the motivation that was coming from you went to the teachers, and then it matched the energies of the student who are already there. So I think that nexus of everybody coming together played a big role. So if it comes to understanding the Parak bot, what was that one feature? And I think we could also hear Jessie ma'am here that what was that one thing or many things that the students or teachers shared with you that they found useful or exciting on the Parak chatbot? Jessie ma'am, in case you are speaking, we are not able to hear you.
Yes. This meant, first
Ji.
of all, I
Yeah,
want
ma'am.
to tell you that our teachers were means very upset because only 20% students' parents were having mobiles and 80% parents were not having mobiles. So what I did is that I gave my mobile and told the student to practice during my regular class. And then I instructed my teachers also to do the same. I gave them three students, okay, for adoption to see that they complete the Parak exercise on time. And when the student got the teacher's mobile, my mobile, they were very much excited because the questions was few type of questions, and they were very happy to answer the questions. Some were little bit confused, but teachers helped them.
I think that's wonderful, ma'am. Anything that you would want to add on this, Maria, ma'am?
Yes. I felt the most enjoyable part of Parak was how it made learning more interactive and easier to understand. It helps students to understand difficult concepts in a simple way,
Hmm.
kept them engaged in class, and encouraged them to ask more questions and take part in the learning process. I am really happy with Parak.
That's amazing, ma'am. So when it comes to engaging students, like you mentioned, initially they were a bit curious about how it will be. So were there any, new strategies, or any plans that the teachers did? For example, getting a student leader or anything that we did, so that we could bring all the students together on the Parak, or you as a leader did, so that more
No.
students could adopt Parak
Yeah,
chatbot.
most of my teachers did this job. I give credit to all my teachers, class teachers who did this job, and they saw that all of them, because some of them don't have mobile, so the laptop they use, the computers they use, and they all, every free period is used for Parak. If there is a free period, it is used for Parak, or if there is a break where they are waiting for robotics, it is used for Parak. Okay, so children are enjoying.
Amazing, ma'am. I can see Saish sir's hand raised. Please, sir.
So I have a question to Maria ma'am. Maria ma'am, you are amazing, right? The school also is in the remotest part of Goa. Just to reach the school itself is a challenge. Yet in such a remote area, you run the school, you win the national award, you get an award from PM Modi. You have so many accolades to your own kitty. Yet you are motivated every day to do something new in your school. Does this awards, decrease your enthusiasm or increase your enthusiasm?
Award is in one place. First is I'm a teacher. So every day I get motivated to do something for these tribal children. My school is fully tribal children. The award I tell my children I want it for you because I wanted to take the name of Morpilla, a tribal school, to national level. And I succeeded in that. But I never get tired. And my teachers, as a team, we are very positive. There is nothing like we are tired. Each day is a challenge, no doubt. We also face a lot of challenges. Now I have taken another internet just to make it very convenient. Internet connection I have taken because G-Wave, like, to make it very convenient for the children. If one is net is down, the other net is available because school is the only place where the children are exposed to technology. At home, they don't get anything. So I feel it is my duty as a teacher, as a head of the institute, to give my children the best. And even though we are in the most remote village, my children are very much interested to take part, not only at Goa State, they take part at national level also.
So do you find that the Parat questions that are coming are aligned to what is happening in the class? Do you find some, so where, how do you find it beneficial for the students and the teachers? Because is it syncing with the way they teach or the way the questions are structured?
No, it is very nice. First of all, because they are MCQ, the children have many options. So they read and they say, oh, I know this question. I know they, even if they make mistake, I tell them, even if your score is less, no problem. But you see where you stand. That is very important. And now, even though my children come from Marathi medium, they answer the English test and they find it very easy in English medium. And they are understanding it and they are enjoying it. Okay, learning is to be enjoyed. It is not like, we are not forcing it, putting it on it. Parak is there. They sometimes remind us if we are little busy, free period, madam, Parak. And then I have to tell them, okay, go now to computer lab. Or if you have brought mobile, use it, do it on your mobile. It should be like that. It should come from the student side.
I absolutely agree on that. Thank you so much, Saish sir, for asking that. And I absolutely believe, ma'am, that when something is absolutely simple, that is when a child really comes forward to explore it. They're able to access it. They're able to easily use it. They're swiftly able to answer it, access it. So that's wonderful. I would also like to understand that that when students use the Parak chatbot, there's so many features in it. Like, so you have the questions, you also have the answer key and the remedial videos coming in that. Uh, are there a few features or something in specific, that the students want to talk about or they love the most, in that? I would Miss Jessie ma'am, would you want to add on to that?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. First of all, the interactive quizzes. Children like the quiz. Then funny learning games. Then videos explaining the concept in a simple and friendly way. Okay, this clarifies their doubts and there is a scope to improve.
Absolutely, agreed, ma'am. And I also believe, ma'am, the fact that they get remedial videos also sorts of, paves the way for them. Is there any particular instance or a story, that it's a question to both Maria ma'am and Jessie ma'am right now, because I'm sure you're surrounded with so many students, each has a story of its own. So any particular instance or an experience that you would share about a student or multiple of them about how, sort of Parak positively impacted their studies and their learning?
Yes, ma'am. I was teaching mathematics for standard 6, and the topic was fraction and comparison of fraction. That time, one of my students, his name is Atharva Gupta, okay, he answered the Parak question and he came with so many doubts. And next day, he was explaining all the or and sharing his experience with his fellow mates. So this helped everybody, okay, all the students to uh, know more about Parak. So I cleared his doubt and he was very happy and he was very much excited. So every now and then when he used to answer the maths Parak assessment test, he used to come to me to clear his doubt.
That's amazing, ma'am. I'm sure there are so many other students like Athar right now being able to struggle in a topic, go back home, practice, and then come back like a boss. Okay, now I know what what the topic is about. Maria, ma'am, would you like to share a story on this? Yes, please.
Yeah, yes. I had some students like, they just don't like maths. I don't know that fear. They come in the fifth standard with that fear of maths. But later on, as they were using chatbot, Parak, later on, they found that regularly they were using, but Parak is regularly followed in our school. The student began to understand the subject better, maths, gain more confidence, okay, and became more interested in learning. Actually, I felt it was a wonderful improvement in some children because they should love maths. Maths is not something that they should come to our school with a with a negative math. They should come where they should love maths. They should love all the subjects. And NEP is in fact like that. They should enjoy all the subjects.
Absolutely, ma'am. I agree on this, and especially, ma'am, as somebody who was afraid of maths for a very long period of
Yeah.
time in my life, I can totally relate with the student.
So
The moment my teacher started with algebra, I used to be like, God save me from this. I wish I had a Parak in my school time, and I could go back home and just practice at my own pace. So, ma'am, as you mentioned, it helped increase the confidence of students. Ma'am, somewhere I also feel that, when such digital solutions are introduced on the ground, they sort of become a mentor or a friend to the teacher, an ally to the teacher. So, did this also bring some, behavior change in teachers? Did it make it more confident now that they had Parak chatbot with them? We can start with anybody. Yeah, please.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I would like to share my own experience. Okay,
Sure, ma'am.
I did my lesson planning as per the learning outcome. Okay, and it saved my time. I could rely on Parak and I could uh, change my teaching as per the pattern given in the uh, Parak chatbot. I got
That's
support,
wonderful.
yeah, throughout the chatbot as it cleared all my doubts. It boosts my confidence and effectiveness, reduce my stress. I could focus on meaningful interaction with the students. I felt I am thorough with the contents and the tools. My weekly partner, and I can rely on it fully.
That's wonderful, ma'am. I think you found a friend along the way. Thank you so much for sharing that. Maria, ma'am, would you want to add on to that?
Yeah,
Ma'am,
using Parak has helped my teachers to be more confident because it supports their teaching in many ways. Okay, it helps them to prepare lessons better, handle classrooms challenges smoothly, and stay updated. That's very important with the relevant educational content. Makes them feel more capable and assured in their teaching, and also, like, all over Goa we are in one level. We may be in the remote area, but all along in Goa we are in one level.
I totally
I
agree
think
with
that's a
that,
very
ma'am. I think
important point, right? What Maria ma'am is saying, that it provides a level playing field for the entire schools of Goa. It's no more
Yes,
that
yes.
some
Yeah,
school is doing better and some remote school is not having that kind of access. What a very important point, Maria ma'am, you are saying, because you come from
yeah,
such a remote area and the school
yeah,
comes.
yeah. The
So for you,
most
it's a
remote
very
area.
big concern. For you,
Yeah,
it's a concern that my school should not lag behind the best school in Goa. And like, your students and the best students should be at the same level. It's a very important point that you mentioned.
I totally agree, sir, because I think students can no longer be restricted by the distance, they can no longer be restricted by the physical boundaries. I think that is what the digital solution, something like Parak has brought to the children, that they don't have to go to the learning, the girl learning will come right to their homes. It'll be we with them. So I think that is what Parak has done. So, ma'am, as you mentioned that, it has sort of helped teachers also to gain their confidence. And I'm sure that they would have also come up to you talking about, what they found helpful. Was there anything in particular that they mentioned, this is a feature that I think is really helpful for the students. This I find, for example, getting to practice on what is being taught at school, something you just get at home and you practice at your own pace. So how was that feature, sort of really helping the teacher? We can start with anybody. Jessie, ma'am, would you want to add on that?
Teacher can plan their lesson plan as per the learning outcomes.
Okay,
They
ma'am.
can base on their regular teaching on the basis of learning outcome. Most of the videos help them to clear the concept and difficult part. This is for teachers. Students, they enjoy learning. They play the videos and learning took place. Um, the the stress was reduced, clarified all the doubts, and there was a scope to improve. The student could judge themselves whether they can do this thing or not.
Agree, ma'am. I think the fact that, students can sort of go back and practice what is being taught, like you had mentioned, is really helping the teacher also. And saving the time and, creating the homework and assigning it, and then students take it back. Somebody has missed the class, or somebody, the homework is given to 10 children and all of them have different understandings. So to provide a personalized support to each, very aptly mentioned here. Yes, Aish, sir.
So I had a question. So typically we have these exams that the schools conduct, right? And then we have the exams conducted by something like NAS. So we have seen both the question papers, Teacher Maria and Teacher Jessie. So do you think the questions that are appearing in a NAS kind of an exam and the questions that typically the teachers do for the students in their own schools, are they different or are they similar?
Before the teachers evaluating the student was not as per the NAS exam, but in Parak there is a similarity. The question type, the way of the question asking is different. It increases the thinking ability of the students. Students can think and write the answer.
So can we confidently say that the questions that are appearing in NAS or say Parak are something of the higher order of Bloom's, something like creative questions which are trying to attract prod the students on not just recall or memory based, but creative questions, right? So they are triggering the students to think a little more before answering.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
agree to this?
Yes, I agree, because I have seen the last papers in uh, all the competitive exam paper, even the Pradnashod paper I have gone through. It is so compared to that Parak question, which are MCQ questions are very much different. It is a basic, basic of the competency. So it will lead to it will lead to increase the level of the student. Thinking level will increase.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Certainly, it will help to answer all the competitive exams, and all the school must uh, do that. Okay, all the students should practice Parak regularly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for adding to that, Jessie ma'am. Thank you, Saisha, for asking the question. Maria ma'am, please, would you want to add on to that? Yes.
Yes, yes. I would like to share what my teachers had to say. Okay. My teacher said that Parak was very useful experience, especially for their students. The regular topic wise question sets help them revise each lesson and stay connected with what was taught in class. It encouraged them to think and write independently and improve their understanding of concepts over time. Students became more regular in their studies, and one teacher said, I could clearly see improvement in their performance and interest in the subject. As the teacher, it also helped her identify their learning needs and guide them better. Overall, Parak made learning more active, meaningful, and consistent. I will share another teachers if there is time.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. Please, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
The other teacher says Parak shifts the focus from memorization to meaningful understanding, helping students build strong foundational knowledge and real comprehension, encouraging creative learning. It empowers teachers not just as evaluators, but as scholars of assessment, equipping them with tools, training, and data to raise educational standard across Goa. This leads to efficient workflow, rich insight, and professional leadership. And, and coming to sirs, I must say the next question and our Parak questions are very much preparing the students for all competitive exams.
That's wonderful, ma'am. I think it's not just, sort of helping the students in the present, but preparing them for the future also, right
Yes.
where they are at their homes. They don't have to go anywhere for the learning. Very different from what our, like my parents used to tell me, okay, I had to go there and, then I had to go to my school and then the tuition was in another corner. So I'm crossing a mountain, a hill and a river to go there. I'm sure I have personally heard a lot of those stories, but they would be so lucky. Like I said, even in my time, I would have been so lucky to just open my phone, have just the exact topics to practice on in the question format of what was being taught in my class. Would have definitely, ma'am, removed my fear of maths for sure if I would have got that. So as we move towards the end of the session, ma'am, you have been end on end the champions for Parak for all our students on ground, and we can definitely see the results. As the Parak practice for this academic session goes live tomorrow, then this Saturday. Now, what would be a few tips you would want to share with those teachers now that they are also going to adopt Parak based on your experience? I think we can start with Jessie, ma'am. Jessie, ma'am, you are on mute in case you are speaking. Yes.
First of all, I will speak with my teachers. I'll make again the survey of the students having the mobile. And this time we have PM3 schools, so we have all the laptops and computers. We have internet facilities. Everything is available. So I'll make use of all this, and I will tell the teachers to maintain a register. So for weekly register to note down how many students have done the assessment tests and what score they got first time. Okay, that noting I will tell them to keep. If possible, I'll keep 1 day for zero period for the assessment. Okay, and to practice the test. And I will also tell the teachers to share their view and the difficulties during the monthly meeting, and then it will be discussed in the meeting, and accordingly solution we will find out.
Wonderful, ma'am. I think a lot of teachers are going to take notes of that. Everybody who has joined on the YouTube live, the idea for a zero period to sort of come in the monthly meetings and to speak about their mind. I think very important points and rightly put, Jessie, ma'am. My dear ma'am, would you want to please add on to that?
Yes, in my school there's no problem, but I feel all schools must follow this Parak to 100%. That cannot be a excuse, because if I in the most remote village encourage these children, all must get 100% attendance on Parak, because Parak is something that we should motivate ourselves to motivate the students, because students need motivation nowadays. So we must encourage all our students and teachers to answer daily, weekly Parak, observe those videos. They're so interesting. It is very interesting for the future of the student. We are here to make the future of the students. We cannot say, oh, we have to do Parak. No excuses. We should all be mentally prepared. If a village school can do so well in Parak, all the city schools, all the schools over Goa must take the initiative that we are here for the students, and we should train them in Parak weekly practice or the videos, because we are preparing students for 21st century and we have to prepare them for all common entrance exams.
That's wonderful, ma'am. I think very aptly put that it's not just about preparing them for the present, but also the future. So very nicely put. I would actually also want to hear Saish sir. Okay, Saish sir, Parak goes live tomorrow. What would what words would you want to share with the teachers, who'll also start adopting it? Yeah.
Yeah, see, as part of NEP implementation, the state is implementing NEP in phases, especially currently the grade 6 training program is going on. And grade 3, grade 6, and grade 9, NEP has been already implemented, but the entire focus and the assessment has shifted to competency-based assessment. So in this new era of NEP implementation, it's mandatory that the students and the teachers follow competency-based rubrics and competency-based assessment. So now it becomes more and more imperative that the schools and the teachers start using Parak in as much as possible way, so that the question papers, which will be coming shortly in the month of September, should be centrally coming from SCRT, right? Now the question papers will not be set by the schools, but will be set by the SCRT. So considering the fact that the question papers will be set by SCRT and they will be competency based, it should not so happen that the students face a sudden shock when the question papers come to saying, oh, we do not know that questions are going to come in this way. Oh, sir, teacher, they were so difficult, or these questions are out of syllabus. So before we get these kind of responses from the students, it is very much essential that teachers and schools, ask their students in the schools to start using Parak as much as possible, because the questions on Paraks are aligned towards what will be eventually coming in the semester end exams, question papers provided by SCRT. This is the best way to prepare for that question paper, which is going to come in September. So there can't be any better way than Parak, which is, every week they can now practice these questions on their own devices, if they have a device at home. So a request to, most importantly, the parents, because typically Parak has been positioned as something that is do at home. In case the parent is unable to provide a device to the child at home, we of course have schools which have computer labs, and the computer lab teachers, computer labs, as Maria ma'am has said, are always open to the students. Students can simply go to the lab and practice. So this is the only way, or this is the best way to prepare the students for the forthcoming NEP-based question papers?
I think very aptly put, sir. And also the fact that they also get to practice at school. And
I think so. We have lost Ananya, maybe due to a network connection. If this is one con we can say of online sessions, right? This is something we have to adapt to. But I think so. Hi, Ananya. So, Ananya, are you back? Yeah, we lost you
yes,
there
I'm
for a
back.
minute.
Yeah. Perks of working on the internet.
Yes, I was just explaining that. Anyways, I would like to thank everyone here today. A special thank you to our guest of honor, SGSCRT Director, Mrs. Meghna Shedgaonkar, and our group of panelists, Ms. Maria, Mrs. Jessie as well, our VSK Nodal Officer, Saish Gandhi, his team in the background as well, comprising of Amit, C4, Pratik, who are doing a lot of hard work as well behind. And of course, Ananya, you and your team as well in the background who have made this session happen today. Thank you so much, and thank you to all our viewers for attending today's session. We'll join you on the next episode, maybe a month's time down the line, and we'll post the link in the chat as well. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Thank you,
everyone.
Vivek.
Ananya.
And
Thank
Have
you,
a nice
everyone.
weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, everyone. Thank you so much,
Yeah, thank
ma'am,
you.
for joining. Thank you so much, Jessie ma'am,
Yeah.
Maria ma'am, for joining. Thank you so much, Saish sir, for adding so much value with your questions. I think that
Thanks to
also
all the
really brought
viewers
out the
as well.
story. Yes. So for our viewers specifically, we have shared the link to our VSK WhatsApp channels and our YouTube channel so that they never miss out an update. So please go there and subscribe. And we will also be sharing a feedback form for everybody so that we can see how are they rating the session and what do they want in the next session to be. So you can just go to the YouTube live comment section, check out the channels. Please follow the WhatsApp channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel and give us a feedback, because every and each single feedback that you give us in our next episode, we are going to definitely build on that and make it better. So thank you so much everyone for being on this podcast.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.